Erik Horne here with Maddie Lee after the Thunder's 118-112 win against the Milwaukee Bucks. Big win for the Thunder. The Bucks came in as the best team in the league, Maddie, and the Thunder rose to the challenge. You know, that they step up against the big teams, and they did tonight.
Defense was certainly the key. You had them really limiting Giannis Antetokounmpo in the first half, especially. He misses his first 7 shots, and their defense was just all over him.
Yeah, no, Thunder did a great job individually on Giannis. They did a great job with the help side defense on Giannis, and it was led by Jeremy Grant. You know, I wrote a little bit about Jeremy Grant for today, Monday's Oklahoma, and you know, he did a really great job of disrupting Giannis, holding his ground in the post. Grant finishes with 5 blocks, 5 of the Thunder's 10 blocks tonight, and he was really kind of the centerpiece of that. But even when Grant went off the floor and the Bucks started the second and fourth quarters with Giannis on the floor, Nerlens Noel picked up the slack. Patrick Patterson, Russell Westbrook was coming over from the weak side. Paul George was helping down on him. Terrence Ferguson was doing his part. It was really a collective effort, and it really helped the Thunder establish their defensive integrity because Giannis is kind of the center of how the Bucks, you know, create a lot of those open three-point looks with his penetration, his ability to get into the paint.
Yeah, you had a moment there when Giannis was out there with the second unit early in the game, and Jeremy Grant comes to the scorer's table like he's about to check in. But then you have Nerlens Noel throwing down an alley-oop, and he and Patterson had been doing a good job defensively on Giannis, and so they go into a timeout right after that dunk, and he goes and sits down afterwards, and they leave Patterson and Noel out there to deal with him, and they do an admirable job.
We cannot end this video without talking about Paul George. He was outstanding once again, 36 points tonight, 2 of the biggest plays of his season, probably of his MVP candidacy. Big dunk on Giannis. After that, comes up with a big-time three-pointer to give the Thunder some breathing room down the stretch. Just 2 incredible plays, 8 three-pointers on 12 attempts from Paul George tonight. He was outstanding. You kind of run out of superlatives for Paul George at this point in the season, but he continues to impress, continues to have big games against big teams. And this was a head-to-head ESPN matchup of 2 MVP candidates, and Paul George was clearly the better player tonight.
You can't call him Mr. December anymore. He's pulled it into January. He's had 30-plus points in 4 of the Thunder's past 5 games.
Not quite James Harden, but Paul George is lighting the world on fire right now. He's been outstanding. Let's get some post-game video now, brought to you by Charleston's of Bricktown. Oh, you see what I did there? Charleston's of Bricktown. Get a meal during the game, after the game, even when the game's not on. Post-game video from Russell Westbrook, Paul George, a little bit of Steven Adams, and some
Terrence Ferguson.
Terrence Ferguson.